Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car. Car pick the driver.
Charlie was a girl that I wanted to see on screen because I hadn't seen her on screen when I was growing up. I was always watching movies and I loved all of the characters I was seeing, but more often than not, it was a boy going on an adventure. So I knew that I wanted to do a story about a girl in her car.
Do you speak?
We first put together a large list of actors. We kept thinking, you know, who's that one that's going to be magical? We had to live up to Shy, in a sense, who was so perfect.
Edge of 17. It was a film that came out at the time that I gave my pitch, and the lead in the film was Haley Steinfeld. I remember thinking there was something about her performance in that film that was just so honest and pure and real. And I saw echoes of that in Bumbleby.
This is all my fault. I should have never left you.
And so in my very first pitch meeting with Paramount, I talked about Haley Steinfeld.
You go!
Haley was the first person we offered it to, and thankfully she said yes.
When I read this script, it's sort of funny to think of it this way, and it was a sort of a discovery I made early on, that Charlie transforms just as much as this robot does.
Stupid car!
From morning to night of every single day, there's some sort of transformation she makes as a person, as a young girl to a young woman.
I think I can help.
The core relationship between her and this robot is central to the film, but there is no robot.
Where is he now?
He's still a car, but because the door just opened.
But eyes. I immediately went back and watched the first movie and sort of paid very close attention to how the actors were acting opposite what was going on around them.
Action!
And I then realized that with this movie, I have more interaction with this robot than any other human. I'm good, thanks.
And so we had to figure out a way early on that, what would be the best way to evoke those kind of experiences? How could we be authentic? How could we naturally bring those feelings to the surface for her in a way that was real, as if she was acting with another person?
It's kind of been a matter of trying everything.
It's more like you're in that world.
And having Travis really direct and guide me based on what he sees on the other side has been incredibly helpful.
Run! No, don't run.
Can I skip?
I'll allow it.
Haley is phenomenal, and they're asking an awful lot of her in this.
Stuff's flying, things are on fire. It feels so real. It's good, it's great.
And those really strong emotions that you have to show, she's doing them to a pole with a tennis ball on it. So that's generally tough for anyone to begin with. And she's done such a great job.
I need all of you to fan out and track that thing down now! Drive!
John Cena plays a character named Agent Burns, and we felt like we needed a different government antagonist.
What the hell? Take it down!
So we thought he would give us a very different tenor. And also, he has such a sense of humor. There's a lightness to that big guy that I think felt tonally correct in our movie.
Can you imagine the advances in alliance what these creatures might bring?
I imagine the advances. An advance on Washington.
It's not gonna happen.
They literally call themselves Decepticons. I've always wanted to show a little bit of dimension and personality, and I've always wanted to play a kind of conflicted character. Which side of the fence does he lean towards? And this one came up, and I loved everything about it.
Hey, there's a civilian here. That is not how we operate. Get the kid out of here. Ready?
John Cena. What about John Cena? First of all, his hands are like the size of my head. That's like the first thing I picked up on.
It's undeniable. He's a big, big dude. He's got arms like oak trees.
Stay cool. Hold your fire.
Big, physically imposing presence, and that was part of what the character needed to convey as well.
There's a door in my way. Blow it up.
At first, wasn't sure if I was pumped on the fact that I kind of sort of wrestled John Cena. Stop it! Stop! All injuries aside, guys, I pretty much wrestled John Cena.
Enough!
But he's awesome. So much fun. What a great guy. A gentle giant, really. He just is so sweet and has the best sense of humor and really, truly cares about the art of what we're doing. He pays attention to every little detail and comes to work very prepared.
When he showed up for the first day on set, he didn't have his sides with him. And I was like, oh, John, do you need your script page? He's like, no. He's like, got it all in here. He had the entire thing committed to memory, and he's such a great collaborator. You'll start throwing different things, and he gives you lots of different variety, different choices.
Ma'am, I can assure you that it isn't it. It's all part of a cutting-edge military defense program. Ma'am, friend. My daughter's had a very traumatic day. You approach it as a professional, but I become a little kid.
Is that okay?
Yeah, man, yeah. I had to fly in a helicopter, like full gauges, full instruments. I can't help but like flick the switches and stuff. You get to do stuff that you don't do every day. And I think as long as you keep that perspective, you'll have fun all the time.
3, 2, 1.
That's not a bad day at the office.
It's definitely been one of the most exciting processes I've ever been a part of.
Go.
With all of the stunts and the driving and the robots. I feel incredibly honored to be a part of it because it really truly feels like something special.
It's so fun.
You know, they say that 90% of your job is casting. That's true for the crew and obviously for the actors.
Take cover!
If you can find the right person who really connects with the character and can bring that character to life, a lot of your job is done. And I really did luck out.